Hey, what's up guys? It's me, Jean-Simon. I'm back with a new vlog today. Today's vlog is going to be about a peer review I'm going to do about orals I watched in my English class. I'm going to review 4 orals. The one of Jade, the one of Maxime, the one of Joël, and the one of Mustafa. Jade's oral was about the life of Edgar Allan Poe via the story of the Cask of Amontillado. A really interesting subject on this story that nobody else took. Jad used humor in his oral, which is a thing that not a lot of person did in their orals. It makes the oral a little bit more interesting. It makes us want to watch it and listen to him. Jad showed he did his research on the subject and that he did prepare his oral and not keep up front and improvise. He did good connections between the life of the author and the story. Although, Jad has to improve in a couple of things. We all know that before an oral we're stressed and we don't want to mess everything up, so we talk fast and hesitate. Jad would have to get his stress level lower before an oral. After that, the one of Maxime was about the tiger and the divinity in the text and the approach of the author. It was a nice approach on the text that nobody took to do their oral. He knew what he talked about. That shows us that he did his research and that he prepared himself for the oral. What I like more about his oral is his point of view about the poem, about what the poem means, and the last phrase he said before ending his oral, it let us see how we define ourselves, good or bad. I like this phrase because it is sort of a motivational speech. He tells us that the tiger is a way to define ourselves and how we see ourselves. But the thing about his oral is that he read his text a lot, and it is not interesting for me as a listener to have someone read his text when the person is presenting. Joelle's oral was pretty good all around. Her oral was about the interpretation of the hidden meaning in the tiger. She had a great use of language, with words such as stanzas and others. She explained everything very well so we could understand what she was saying, and she used a reference to classic rock, which I really enjoyed. It was very interesting, the use of the song of the Rolling Stones, saying how they also used the representation of the devil in another piece of art. Nobody else even think of using a song to represent the divinity in the poem, and I think it's a thing that we should do a lot more. But stress took part of her, and she started speaking a bit fast at parts, and she read her text a lot. When she talks fast, it's a bit hard to follow, and when you read, it's not interesting for us. And last but not least, we have Mustafa's oral. His oral was about the revenge and the irony in the Cask of Amontillado by Edgar Allan Poe. Mustafa decided to go with his personal opinion on the subject, and he tells us what he would do in this position. I think it gives us a more objective point of view on the subject. He did a great analysis of the text so that he knew what he was talking about and didn't miss anything that would be relevant to the oral. But the thing is that Mustafa should have taken a couple of pauses during his oral. Not a 15-second one, but one just to take a breath, because it all went fast and it was hard to follow. Well, thank you guys. That was my new vlog, and see you next week.